Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, whatever it is in your part of the world. Looks like it's going to be a stormy night tonight. We're under a severe thunderstorm watch, but nothing's been happening all evening. And I just saw a couple flashes of lightning and a little bit of thunder. So, looks like a storm might be moving in. See, Katie was in here a few minutes ago. Not sure she made it back. If you did, hello, Katie. Hello, Demoose. Hello, Gandalf. I do a lot of shopping online, and I think I'm going to start doing even more. Tried going grocery shopping a couple nights ago. There wasn't any of the scooters available, and there's no way I can walk through the store, so I didn't go grocery shopping. I think I'm going to have to start doing DoorDash for groceries. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Sal. Hello, DJ. Hello, Joanne. Hello, Jim. Oh, don't you hate that, Gandalf? Yeah, I'm having trouble with a purchase I'm trying to make. There was a certain card that I want to use for it. I could make a purchase with another card. It kept denying it. Then I found out that card can only be used in the United States and U.S. territories. And the company I'm trying to order from is in China. So it won't go through. Hello, Lauren and Joel. Well, thank you. Thank you, Teresa. Yeah, I was looking into both DoorDash and Instacart, and Instacart raises the prices so much. Like an item that might be $1.99, Instacart will raise the price of that to $2.59, and then the delivery fee and stuff on top of it. Where it looks like DoorDash, it's same price as it is in the store. And I got a special offer of DoorDash that if the order is more than, I believe it's $30, there's no delivery charge. Because I don't know what the second order is going to be, but I can use that once. Yeah, I heard Dallas got it pretty bad. Hello, Chef. Had some of your say less on the chicken breast I had earlier. If any of you don't know, Drunken Chef Barbecue has a line of rubs. I like to say less because it's got less salt in it. Then you got SPG, salt, pepper, and garlic. And there's some hot ones, varying degrees of heat in them. So there should be a season in there that you like. And thank you for the reminder about the thumbs up. And thank you for sharing it out. Hello, Judy. Hello, Tony. Hello, Sue. Hello, Wanda. Yeah, I like it, Chef. Yeah, the ad shouldn't be too bad. I put it on conservative ads. Hello, Bobby. Well, I guess I'm on the chat now. I hear one of the dogs barking out there. Neighbor's dogs came to visit me the other day. My alert went off my security camera on that side of the house. Checked the camera, and there's two Great Pyrenees out my driveway, out around the chicken coop. Well, the chickens are inside, but there is that one guinea that's outside. But she seemed to be pretty good at avoiding predators. So I just stuck my head out the door, yelled to them to leave, and they left, and haven't been back since. That's good, Judy. About time to get your seeds started. Hello, DJ Turneroo. I know my mom used to get her seeds started around end of February, 1st of March. Of course, you couldn't put them in the garden till middle of May. She'd have some pretty good sized plants by the time she could put them outside. But she liked to start them early in case the seeds didn't come up. She had time to replant. Well, that's weird, Bobby. Ouch. I have YouTube Premium, so I don't get ads. I thought it was just for this channel. But I don't have ads when I'm watching for my other channels either. It covered my whole Google account. Oh yeah, get some tomatoes going, Judy. Chickens love tomatoes. Yeah, you're quite a ways up there, Wanda. I'm not sure if I'm gonna or not, Wanda. I've got a lot of stuff I need to get done. Hello, Gary. Yep, Joanne's in here, Gary. She commented right at the very beginning. And there she is again. I would like to plant a few things, but I don't have the raised beds ready yet. And got some other stuff that's going to be a priority over that. So, not sure. Might have to put it off another year. Cat jumping on me. I'm having trouble clicking on the one I want to click on. Thank you, Gandalf. I appreciate that. Yeah, I had to spend a little money on cats this week. I was telling on Sunday about Daisy being sick. So, took her to the vet Monday morning. And as I suspected, she had some loose stool, not really to diarrhea, but it was loose, extra gas, and then what else did she have? And upper respiratory stuff. Knew about all of that. And she also had roundworms. So she got a wormer, and she's on an antibiotic that will take care of the GI issues and the upper respiratory. It'll work on both of them. She gets once a day for a week. And actually, the vet gave her first dose on Monday. So I had to give her a dose yesterday and a dose today. So that helps. Now I only got to give her 4 more doses. I should be able to do that. And then yesterday, Sweetie was wheezing real bad. And she wasn't acting good at all. So I knew she was pretty sick. And it was the same as what she had 2 weeks ago. That seemed like it had healed up, but it came back. So it must be it wasn't completely out of her system. And that said, her sinuses were really bad. And she had some wheezing and raspy breathing and stuff. Not too bad, but a little bit. So she got a small dose of steroid because she had a steroid shot 2 weeks ago, and that's only supposed to be given every 4 weeks at the most. So she just got a half dose of that, and then she got a Convenia shot. That's an antibiotic that will stay in the system for 10 days. And hopefully that will knock it out of her system where the Clavamax didn't quite do it. And then tomorrow, Sylvester's going for his first kitten shots. And then Friday, it was supposed to be yesterday, but they had to change the appointment. Friday, Fluffy's going for her yearly blood work, rabies shot. And I ended up missing her vaccinations last year. So she'll be getting her vaccinations. And then she'll be good for another year. And she's got a runny nose, so I suspect she'll probably end up with some medicine for that also. And speaking of Sylvester, come here, buddy. Here's Sylvester. He's been sleeping over here on this stand I have next to the chair all evening. Look at the camera, buddy. There you go. Good boy. Okay, I'll put you back over there. Okay, you can go back to sleep now, buddy. And that should do it this week with the cats. Yeah, I'm starting to make a list of projects, Sal. I need a ramp built on the chicken coop. I got 2 catios being planned. Yeah, there was a lot of work. I haven't seen Arlene, Wanda. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Judy. With everything else needs to be done, that's going to take a priority. Then I can start worrying about the garden for next year. Oh, chat gets jumps on me. Hello, Lee. Oh, he's trying, Judy. He had another issue with the bus today, but he thinks he's got it figured out what's going on. Yeah, I'm wondering if it might have bypassed us, Bobby. I haven't heard any thunder in good 5 minutes. Don't know what the cats are up to. I hear him picking up something and dropping it on the floor behind me. I can't quite see. I could just see it. There was a cat behind me. And there's Rose. Oh, I know what they're doing. I have my fanny pack on the bottom shelf of that stand, and they're picking up the strap with the plastic buckle on it and letting that hit the floor. Yep. They're both cute, Judy. Well, all my kitties are cute. Hello, TK. Thank you. Well, I wasn't doing carnivore. I was doing keto, Gary, which is similar. I got away from it for a couple weeks, and I have it figured out now what was bothering my stomach. It was the stevia, and I'm getting back into it now. And we've been having a lot of sun here, but for the next week or so, we're not going to be seeing any sun. So it's got a lot of rain. Well, now he's dealing with a computer issue, Tony. Oh, yeah, Jim. They are pretty active tonight. Hello, Reverend Dream. Yep, Reverend Dream. I saw him. I acknowledged him, and I thanked him. Yeah, those computers can be tricky things, Sal, but there's got to be someone out there that would know what to do about that. Coffee flavor of the night is Coney Island caramel. Then I added some vanilla to it. Hello, Big Matt. Well, as you see across the bottom of the screen there, it's scrolling for the meetup. Yeah, if anyone needs to make reservations for the lodge or the campground, get your reservation in as soon as you can before everything gets filled up. And if you do make a reservation for the lodge, make sure you let me know. And I'll need to know what name you reserved it under. And then I turn a list in. And then those people will get a discount when you make your final payment on that. The campground, they don't offer a group discount, but they do for the lodge, so that's important. And so far, the only ones I know have a room reserved is Tony and Judy and myself. You got too much stuff going on, Judy. Well, I'm going to see what the weather is. Sounds like it's raining, but I can't tell for sure. Because even this might not tell me. Because I don't know where they get the reading from. Light rain with thunder. Temperature is 69. Yeah, because I'm a few miles from the actual city of Waldron. And I don't know where. Actually, that may That Reed may be at one of the schools. I think they do have, I think it's the high school. I think they do have a weather station there. Yep, same temperature there that it is here, Reverend Dream. There's the thunder again. Hello, Katie. Years ago, when I was gonna move to Tennessee, I had a guy who was gonna tow my camper to Tennessee for me. He had a daughter that lived in Texas, and he said, "Just let him know when I was ready to go." And he tow my camper, get me to Tennessee, and then just go to Texas to visit his daughter. So that would have worked out good for me. Then just a few months later, he died. He was an older man. He was in his 80s. But he was active. He just bought a brand new truck, and he moved campers around, and the VA had a trailer that they used for mobile clinics, and he had a contract to move that around to different locations for them. That 1 degree, Wanda? Yep, a little bit cooler in here. .35 in Darien Center, New York. And we got some more thunder now, and the wind's starting to pick up now. And it's raining a little harder. I can actually tell that is rain that I hear now. It's not pouring, but it's hard enough now so I can tell for sure it's raining. Not much warmer there than it is here, Big Matt. We're 69. Yeah, those locations are weird on the weather, Wanda. Yeah, sometimes with as far as knowing what state it's in, sometimes I know what state the person lives in, and sometimes I can look back and see the zip code and get an idea of where it is. But you get outside of the United States, I don't know how the postal codes work. I know in the United States, the ones that start with 0 are in Maine, and ones that end in 9 are in California. And then you just got to kind of figure out everything in between. Let me see. Between 15 and 20 Celsius, that would be, I think, around 60 or 70 Fahrenheit. Yeah, I've had my AC on since I can't remember. It's been at least 3, 4 days. It was on this evening. It probably won't be back on overnight. But I know within the last 2 hours it kicked on. There was a couple times they had to turn on during the day, then switch back to heat at night. But it's been warm enough past few days. Didn't need any heat. In fact, last night it never even cooled off in here. First thing this morning, it was 70 degrees, right where I got the AC set at. Well, I'm fine with that. It's a lot cheaper to run AC than it is to run the heat. You know, it's funny you mention that, Bobby, because one of them, I don't know her, the meteorologist or just someone that puts weather posts up. I can't remember now. But I know their post used to be how to dress when you go to bed, depending on how severe the weather was going to be. If there was a decent chance of having damaging storms, tornadoes, and stuff, he would say, you need to keep your clothes on when you go to bed tonight, have your shoes handy, And if it was just a slight risk, well, just have some clothes handy when you go to bed. You don't necessarily have to wear them. That's how he would tell how bad the threat was for that night. No, I don't need the thunderstorm, Tony. Send it somewhere else. Yeah, I know there's a Paris not too awful far from here. I think it's an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. And there was a Paris in New York. I don't know, that probably was a little over an hour from where I live. Now, sometimes I'll type in a town on Google Maps because I want to see where it is. And you'd be surprised how many will come up with when you start typing it in. There might be, sometimes there'll be 5 or 6 of them in different states will pop up. Yeah, it really is amazing how many towns there is with the same name. Yeah, I know it's right around there, Gandalf. The way I can do it is Celsius times 1.8 and then add 32 to that. We'll turn it to Fahrenheit. Yeah, snow's been going here for a month. Almost a month. It stuck around for about 2 weeks. I can't remember exactly what day it was that it came. Um, I think it was. I think it was the 23rd of January, if I remember right. It's over, Joanne. Before I open any windows here, I got to get some hardware cloth and put that over the windows. I don't want the cats jumping out the window. That's the way it was in New York, Wanda. The area that I lived in had been known to have snow from August to June. And there's parts of the state up in the Adirondacks have had snow in July, but that's a rarity. Even August and June is a rarity, but it has happened. Hey, Felix. Felix. Come here, buddy. Come here. Out! Felix! Boy, he's got an attitude. Tried picking him up and he bit me. That's a lot of them, Tony. 19 states has towns named Paris. Well, you know what I used to do, Judy? I used to watch some of his old videos if I wanted to know something about the house. I'd watch one of his old videos so I could tell where something was, or I can't now some of the stuff I was looking for. Um, Now I can't think of what it was. Well, I did watch the remodel of the kitchen just to try to figure out the layout of the kitchen a little better. It was interesting. Yeah, I had that goal at one time, Wanda. I want to visit all the lower 48. I never had any plan of Alaska or Hawaii. But it won't happen. Yeah, I know, Sal. I know you want to get down here so bad. Yeah, we're going to be having a little get together when he gets here, Judy. Screens won't keep cats in, Wanda. Cats can claw through screens. Yep, Wanda. Peter's Petting Zoo. Oh, that sounds good, Joanne. Blueberry pie. I think the last time I had blueberry pie is right after I moved to Arkansas. Jeff came to visit and brought blueberry pie with him. Hey, Felix. Welcome over here, buddy. See, perfectly fine. I didn't try to pick him up. You let me pat him as he went through. But boy, he does not like to be picked up. You know, to put a little twist on Paris, in New York, there's also a parish. Has an H on the end. And you wouldn't believe the number of people that would get Paris and parish mixed up. Hello, Tim. Well, Sal, if it is because the battery went dead and that messed the computer up, someone should know what to do about that, how to reset it. Like I was telling you, I'd forgotten all about that. I've heard that before, but I'd forgotten all about that. It's been so long since I worked on a vehicle. Well, other than a couple very minor things that I've done in my car. Oh, it's been probably 10 years since I've really done much with a vehicle. And I was never an expert. It's just, I knew a lot more about working on cars 10 years ago than I do now. Yeah, there should be some way you could get logged back into your channel, Bobby. I don't know. I don't know how you'd go about it, but well, it looks like everything's there. So it doesn't look like it's like that's an issue. So I can figure out how to get logged into it. You should be okay. I love cheesecake with some cherries on it, or blueberries, or strawberries. Just about any fruit. Yeah, that's the way I am with New York, Bobby. I don't have any plans of ever going back to New York. If they ever have a high school reunion again, I would consider it, but I'm not sure if I really would want to go back. But we haven't had too many high school reunions. Started out good. Had a 5 year, had a 10 year. Then I think next one was 20 and then 25. Well, I'll be going to Oklahoma a couple times this summer. Once to Missouri and possibly Texas, but I know two of the meetups in Texas that I wouldn't mind going to. There was other stuff conflicting with them. There's still one other one. I gotta double check on the date of that I might go to. And that's probably the only states I'll be visiting this year. Yeah, I don't know if Bobby answered there or not, Gary, but it's Pettigene River Homestead. Yeah, there's got to be some way you can get logged into it, Bobby. I'm just not sure how you go about it. Well, I prefer if someone wants to visit with me that they come down here, Sal. I don't want to go back there to visit. Which actually there is a guy that supposed to be stopping in May. I talk with him on Facebook Messenger all the time. He's going to Florida for a few weeks. Then he's going to Texas. And then on his way home, he's going to stop in here for a few days. Yeah, I wish I knew someone, Sal. Yep, Wanda, I'm definitely where I belong. It just feels like it has for a long time now. It feels like this is where I belong. Yes, Big Matt's meetup is conflicting with Ten Killer, and Pinecone Fest conflicts with the Bluegrass Festival down the road here. Yes, Robert is Bobby. Yep, I'm already committed to going to Hug Fest. Okay, you have a good night, Gary. Yeah, the only thing is how is well, I think it's the end of the month when he's going to be leaving. And he's going to Florida, then Texas, and then coming here. Hey, Dream. How you doing? Hello. Is it El Elzire? I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but welcome. Oh, I see him. Couldn't tell from your handle, but Eliza. Okay, you have a good night, Wanda. That's an idea, DJ Turneroo. Yeah, I love the South, Judy. I wear a 3X Living Dream. Leave the curtain alone. I don't even know who that was. All I know is I saw white legs pulling on the curtain. And since I've got several cats with white legs, couldn't tell who it was. Hello, Anne. Yeah, I know you wanted to be out in New York so bad before winter, Sal. And here it is, almost the end of winter. You know, Tim, that is a possibility. Hey, Dream, how you doing? Look up here. Can you be on camera? Huh? Dream, come here. Hello, Shawnee. Um, there are a couple storms within the past hour close to here, but nothing too close. Yeah, Sal, that would make it difficult. Like 24 people in here, so I can't fall asleep. Now 25. Getting tired though. And I'm gonna have to get up kind of early in the morning. Sylvester's appointment is at 9 o'clock, so I'll leave about 8:30. I hear a little more thunder. It's supposed to be pretty much in the 70s for the next 10 days. Last I checked, a couple days in the 60s. Looks like Saturday, upper 60s. And then next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in the 60s. But other than that, in the 70s. Lightning alert from 11:17 to 11:47. Closest strike, 14.42 miles. So nothing real close. A lot of broken storms through Oklahoma into Texas. And the strongest storms that are anywhere near here are supposed to be south of here. So it doesn't look like we'll get hit with anything right away. I'm not sure, Anne. I know I like Scott County because there's no countywide regulations here. The only city in the county is Waldron. That's a little more restrictive. But other than that, in the county, there's no regulations. Certain counties, there is some countywide regulations. That's one thing you got to watch out for. Yeah, I probably won't be here too much longer, Judy. Yep, they'll be here before you know it, Bobby. Well, the main thing, Sal, is just keep everyone informed. Is everyone wondering what's going on? And I think everyone understands that delays happen. The city of Waldron's got restrictions, Ann, but the county doesn't. Scott County doesn't have any restriction. And Ann, did you see Judy's comment here? David's got 2.7 acres for sale. Okay. Well, I'm going to call it a night now. It's 25 after 11. So have a good night, everyone. I appreciate you being here. I'll have another live Sunday at 5:30 Central. Good night, everyone.